Alright, so it looks like I'm back here. I'm right about to go to work and still making a video last minute. So I've ended up in an identical position to where I was yesterday. And I also, funnily enough, have this dog just climbing up on me. So I gotta kind of get on the bed. So, was not a very busy day yesterday. In terms of my actual work at the hotel, it was a bit of a smaller wedding. It wasn't that small, but a little bit smaller than average, and people just weren't too demanding. It went pretty smoothly, and I'm happy with how it went. So that's something that's good for the feedback loop. But another thing is, I have been actually working so much in the last 24 hours on the web development thing because there was obviously work which took away the rest of my day immediately. But then this morning again, there was just some delay getting up. Like I just wake up an hour early sometimes, and I can't go back to sleep. So I end up with like 7 hours or less of sleep, which isn't enough. Even though I know there's some of you out there, kind of just you dumpster dwellers, who get about 5 hours of sleep a night. Yeah, I'm a different species to you. I don't identify as in any way, shape, or form related to you. So we had a visitor as well today, and that also caused me to actually not be able to continue with the web development. But I'm gonna get back onto it tomorrow, and I hope I can get full 9.5 hours done. I don't know how I'm gonna get 10 done because it gets to a point of where when you're working so late into the night, it's like half an hour before you're about to sleep, and then you can't sleep because you've just been working all day and you haven't had any time to wind down. So it's not even a question of free time, which also I'm still not fully sure that I'm going to just completely sacrifice. Like I'm not fully set on sacrificing even 1 hour of reading a night. It's just that's all I kind of want left, just 1 hour reading, and literally nothing else then for the rest of the day. Maybe working out, but is that really free time? It's kind of the process I've administered upon my life that I'm living through day by day in this uh, period of time span. So yeah. So another one thing I have gotten done this morning was sort of more of the articulation. Kimberly was more of the articulation of the website I'm supposed to be replicating for this hardware shop. I kind of just outlined the content of each pages, and to be honest, I think I can replicate most of it. It all looks very complex and difficult. I guess the most complex looking site of all of them, but then it's probably the least complex, other than the portfolio site, which I'll be doing because it's just going to be mostly monotonous, putting products into different categories, putting subcategories into different categories, putting further subcategories into those subcategories. It's not going to be very difficult. It's just going to be really repetitive, which is fine by me. But I know that there is that idea of making sure that my time is kind of worth it, and also I'm still not fully sure that this person is actually going to go through with it or not, because I emailed them yesterday with some information and they haven't gotten back to me, so I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say. I just like to make a habit of making these videos because it's going to be a good log of where I was at different points in the story, so people don't just go around saying, "Oh, he got lucky when he's super successful, when he's a billionaire, he got lucky." No, I wasn't lucky. I put cause to effect. There's a complete difference. Like I made those actions happen, and I made them happen again and again and again. So yeah, eventually I had to get flipping lucky, okay? But that's leveraging probability, that's not luck. The real luck, I think, comes from the people who have realised that there is an actual choice in this, and that causality does take form. Like, if I punch this board, two effects will happen that are pretty obvious. My hand is going to hurt, and it's going to make a sound. My hand actually doesn't hurt that much. I'm not trying to be macho or anything, but well, the dog actually heard it and came over, so I suppose that can be the second effect instead. So yeah, just know that people are there for a reason. Like, everything happens for a reason. Things don't just appear out of the blue. And that's why I can kind of almost understand the argument for predetermination, because like since there's a cause to every effect, and every effect becomes cause of something else, like kind of everything is eventually scheduled to happen at some point, because things are already in motion, and when things are in motion, other things are going to happen, and that's going to cause something else. Like, someone's going to get hit by a truck, someone else is going to get scared by that, they're going to stay inside for the rest of their life. The fact that they're being reclusive is going to scare their neighbours. The fact that their neighbours are scared is going to mean that they're going to do some weird crap. The fact that they're going to do some weird crap means that they're going to be going to a bar at some point, and they make a big mistake, and then they order too many things to drink, and then they murder someone. You know, like the murder of that person was going to come just from whatever the first cause I mentioned was. I can't even remember it because there was so many steps in that process I just described, but that can happen. It's like the butterfly effect, where flapping of a butterfly's wings, I don't believe in it at all. Flapping of a butterfly's wings eventually causes like a hurricane 300 miles away. I think that's all I'm going to say. Honestly, this video has been going better than I thought. I'm just coming up with ideas, even though not really any point in this video, but I don't know, you might get some entertainment out of me just yammering on.